on New Year's is the most dangerous time of the year for drivers in Las Vegas.
Police are stepping up enforcement, helping you get home for cheap. 13 Action News reporter Sean DeLancey is live at Metro Police headquarters with the details. Sean?
Yeah, good morning, Ross and Kalina. There are 70% more DUI-related crashes on New Year's than any given weekend night, and police say enough is enough. Last year alone, 23 people were arrested for DUI in the Valley, and police investigated 22 crashes and 3 hit-and-runs in a 12-hour stretch. 2 police officers were hit by a suspected impaired driver, one of which was sent to the hospital. Now, these crashes can be prevented, and Zero Fatalities has stepped up to help make that happen. They're offering $20,000 from 10 tomorrow morning to 4 p.m. Wednesday, so Lyft passengers can get $5 off 2 rides on New Year's. Just use code LASNYE. The Regional Transportation Commission is also offering free rides at 39 fixed routes around the city from 6 p.m. to 9 a.m. around the new year. Now, there really is no reason to get behind the wheel once you are impaired. These are just options to help make it easier so that you can make sure that you and everyone else around you can get home safe. So be sure to take advantage of them while they last. Sean DeLancey, 13 Action News.
Sean, thank you. Now, from guns to marijuana, the new year brings many changes and additions to state law books.
13 Action News reporter Jeremy Chen takes a look at some of the new laws that will be enforced in the upcoming year.
Nearly 300 new laws were created in the last legislative session in the state of Nevada, covering a wide range of topics. We'll break down a few prominent ones that could impact your life. A new year comes new laws in the state of Nevada after a busy legislative session that ended in June. If you're a gun owner, there will be some things to keep in mind. Starting the first of the new year, the red flag law allows family members to go to court and ask a judge to temporarily bar someone from accessing firearms if they're a danger to themselves or others. Advocates on both sides of the gun debate responding.
It's an overreach of government power, and it strips due process and other constitutional rights.
Most of the time, it's really family members who are very, very concerned that somebody within their family circle is threatening to harm themselves or others.
The gun show loophole will also be closed in the state as well. This requires almost all private gun sales be run through a state background check by a federally licensed firearm dealer. If you've tested positive for marijuana, employers can't use that against you in a hiring process in most cases. Nevada is the first state to ban employers from refusing to hire those who fail a marijuana test. Exceptions, though, apply to firefighters and EMTs, or those applying for jobs that require someone to operate a motor vehicle or jobs with the federal government. If you enjoy vaping, you now won't be able to do it indoors in most public places and businesses. The state's clean air law, which already prohibits smoking, was expanded to include vaping products and e-cigarettes. Some exceptions include areas in casinos and standalone bars where minors are prohibited. The controversial anti-camping ordinance in the downtown area of Las Vegas will begin to be enforced with penalties starting in February. This makes it illegal to sleep or camp in downtown and residential public areas as long as there are open beds available at city homeless shelters. The ordinance was passed by the city council in November amid protests in the council chamber. Jeremy Chen, 13 Action News.
Just turned 5:06 now. 400,000 people are expected to make their way to the Valley for the Big 20, and Metro wants to make sure that everyone stays safe this New Year's Eve, so they are sharing some important information ahead of all those celebrations. As a reminder, you're not allowed to bring any coolers, backpacks, or glass bottles to the Strip or downtown, and you can expect to see officers, troopers, the National Guard, and other law enforcement officials out there if you plan to party near the Strip, and they're going to use some large vehicles to block roads.
As we stand here today, there is no known specific, credible threat to Las Vegas.
And of course, police say if you see something that just doesn't look right, you should say something. You can call 311 for non-emergencies, and of course, don't hesitate to call 911 during an actual emergency.
The time right now is 5:06. The Golden Knights will be offering an anti-resolution bundle at tomorrow's New Year's Eve game. They'll take on the Anaheim Ducks at noon and are looking to bounce back after a rough loss to the Ducks on Friday, but they did crush the Coyotes on Saturday. Tickets for tomorrow's game start at $75, and you can get a free Ethel M chocolate puck for every 2 tickets you buy. And you can ring in the new year with us. 13 Action News will be live from the Las Vegas Strip and downtown Las Vegas to celebrate with the best live music and fireworks. Watch Vegas 2020 New Year's Eve. Our special coverage starts at 11 p.m. And for a full list of events happening around the valley, head to our website, ktnv.com.
And if you're on or near the Las Vegas Strip on New Year's Eve and you see some low-flying helicopters, don't be alarmed. The Department of Energy will be measuring naturally occurring radiation. Now, these tests are done every year around New Year's Eve. It's all part of security and emergency preparedness. The flyovers will only happen during that day. Well, today is the last day of Hanukkah, and the Clark County Commissioners are hosting a menorah lighting later tonight. It will be at 4:30 p.m. at the Clark County Government Center in downtown. That lighting will wrap up the 8th day and final day of the Jewish holiday. Elon Musk is now saying that he hopes People Mover here in Las Vegas will be ready to go by the end of 2020.
Yeah, construction officially began in November, and yesterday someone tweeted at Musk asking when the underground transit system would be complete in Las Vegas. Now, he responded saying it would, quote, hopefully fully operational in 2020. The original completion date was 2021. The tunnel will use self-driving cars to take people to and from 3 underground locations near the convention center. The People Mover plans to turn a 15-minute walk into a 1-minute ride. Exciting. Well, last night the Raiders played their final game as the Oakland Raiders.
That's right. Next stop, Las Vegas. In the team's final regular season game while representing the city of Oakland, they lost to the Denver Broncos 16-15. It was a close game. And with that loss, the Raiders were officially eliminated from playoff contention. They will not be going to the playoffs this year. Next season, though, the Raiders will call Las Vegas home, playing at the brand new Allegiant Stadium.
And looking ahead, what better way to end the new year than by saving a life? The Red Cross will be hosting a blood drive at the Whole Foods at the District tomorrow, and you can donate from 9:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. And ring in the new year with a walk. A Sunset Discovery Walk is taking place through the Wetlands Park tomorrow. Everyone is invited, but there is a $5 fee. The walk starts at 4 p.m. and they plan to walk at least 2 miles. You can sign up on Clark County's website. All right, well, the time right now is 5:09, and you may want to skip the meal next time you fly. What FDA inspectors are now revealing.
One's for you, Pete. 1, 2, 3. Yeah!
Plus, how hundreds of people brave the cold in memory of the Ice Bucket Challenge creator.
Got temperatures that look awfully cold tomorrow at midnight, 41 degrees. If you're on the Strip watching the fireworks, it'll feel like the upper 30s due to a light breeze. Interesting and chilly weather as we flip the calendar to 2020. We'll talk all about it in the 7-day planner.
5:13 now. Welcome back. We are looking at a dreary day weather-wise across parts of the country. Snowy and windy conditions are going to persist across parts of the upper Midwest and the northern Great Lakes.
From Boston to Philly, folks can expect a wet Monday morning commute. But of course, since we're here in Las Vegas, we're wondering, what about us? What can we expect today and tomorrow for New Year's Eve, Justin?
Definitely looking like dry weather, which is great because last week, Christmas week, we dealt with a round of rain on the Monday before Christmas. The day after Christmas on Thursday, it was a soaker, and that translated to mountain snow, which caused big travel headaches all across the desert Southwest. So we will enjoy certainly a quieter week in our corner of the country. We've got temperatures outside that are awfully chilly. We are waking up to the 30s this morning, 39 at McCarran. A little 3-mile-per-hour breeze. The clouds are up around 20,000 feet, but plenty of morning high clouds. They should stick with us. Dry, calm, but chilly morning commute starting in the upper 30s, just barely getting back to the mid-40s by 10 in the morning. It's just been so cold as of late. This afternoon, a lot more sunshine that should send temperatures up to about 50 degrees. You may feel a little bit of a breeze coming in from the north as you drive home this afternoon. Speaking of that wind, not a real big deal, but because it's so chilly with afternoon temperatures just barely hitting 50, even that little light breeze from the north at about 5, 10, 15 miles per hour is going to be noticeable. Now, out there tonight through tomorrow, last day of the year tomorrow, we'll still be dealing with this breeze coming in from the north at about 10 miles per average. And that'll, of course, keep temperatures a little cooler than average. 51, the high today, that's 5 degrees colder than normal for the end of the year. Tonight we'll drop down to the upper 30s. That's actually pretty typical for the end of the year. New Year's Eve, weather shouldn't be a big issue. Obviously, Duh, you'll want to be bundled up December 31st at midnight. Of course, it's going to be cold outside, even here in Las Vegas, about 41, 42 degrees, little breeze at 6 miles per hour. So it'll feel like the upper 30s tomorrow at midnight. This morning, watching a weak little weather system. It's an upper level low swirling down toward the Baja. That's why we've got some clouds this morning. But all the moisture is going to stay down into that part of northern Mexico. So we are dry all week long. Really can't complain about the weather forecast here this week, other than the fact that we're going to wake up to the 30s every morning this week. And we're only talking about highs in the 50s, low 50s at that for the first half of the week. January 1st on Wednesday, a high of 54, still a little colder than average. The Thursday, we're a little above average in the upper 50s. And it's been a few weeks since we've hit 60 degrees. I think that's going to be a possibility as we head toward Saturday. All right, let's talk about road conditions, traffic, if you will. Green on the map all across the valley, early enough that we don't have any big issues, and I would suspect still lighter than typical volume out on the road. Of course, we don't have any school buses out there this week. Drive times, 95 south from Centennial Hills toward downtown, about 15 minutes, looking good. Speed limit drive. Moving north up the 15 through the resort corridor toward downtown, also looking good at about 15 minutes. Dark down toward Prim. Here's a peak as you head toward the state line. Looks fine there. And live drive, hey, he's out there, photographer Travis Jensen. He's cruising the freeways this morning so far. We don't have anywhere to send Travis, and that is good news for your morning commute.
Nice and quiet, Justin. Thank you. Well, many Americans plan to ring in the new year with a few drinks, but then, of course, comes that dreaded hangover the next day. So doctors are offering some simple remedies that you may not always think of. So they recommend taking vitamin B6 before and after drinking. A small study showed it helped with hangover symptoms. If you take a pain reliever